All right. Morning. How's everybody doing? I'm gonna draw buildings today. It's my favorite thing to draw for sure. Pull up that Spawn reference. There we go. All right. I think we can get to it now. That should be good. Hey Lee, how you doing, man? I really don't need to be drawing right to the corner of the edge of the page like this, but I decided to on this side, so what are you gonna do? I'll try to remember. Maybe I'll just put the corner of a blank billboard in here. I didn't exactly leave a whole lot of space to. It'll be interesting to just have a pair of tits right here, but. And I kind of fucked up the angle on this a little bit. I managed to get away from the template here. Interesting. I'm gonna have to do a little bit of whiteout. And we're gonna follow the blue line exactly here. Don't quite trust myself now. It's a great way to start. Yeah, fuck it. We'll just. That's just part of the windowsill, the frame. And it seems that as a right-handed guy, it seems like a great idea to put a big pool of ink right in the bottom right corner here. I think that's the best way to proceed. Hey, Brain, how you doing, man? Sheldon likes sexy anything, I think. So yeah, I think it's not. It's just never a bad idea. I'll be here for long. Game night with friends. All right. Well, we're glad to have you while you're here. That's great. Somebody has to play the Monty role until Monty gets here. Okay, well, having a billboard in the back here. How should we? I guess I should be mostly. Should probably follow the line of the cross here. That'll fill up a nice little chunk of space. What's a billboard look like? Hey, Comic King, how you doing, man? I'm doing all right. Big flat rectangle with a little step in front. Yeah, except we're cutting off the part with the step in front. So there's some. I want some kind of like scaffolding or something in the back of this here, just like a little bit. Just to suggest that there's a bit more to this than just here's a square. Yeah, working on gargoyle pyres again. Sometimes they have lamps on top. Oh, that's true. That would have kind of worked. This has dropped plans for age verification due to a lot of black. Oh, really? Interesting. I don't think I can really work this. There's not really enough room to work the lamps in here. I don't think they really do that anymore. I think if anything, they usually light them from below. Like as part of that catwalk thing. Oh no, I can see the odd ones here. But like I'd have to like stick them out here. Like it'd be tough to kind of fit in. I think and there's enough examples where there's not that. I think this is okay how it is. Interesting. It's funny. It seems like so many like of these companies, like the execs, are just convinced that you need constant change and updating to keep people's interest. And it's just like, no, like let us get used to the deal you've got going on, and then leave it the fuck alone, man. Hi, Yvonne. How's it going? Let's just black that in, and we'll figure out what's going on with this building, and then we'll sort out what this little gap is, if I remember the gap. Oh, it's your mom's account. Okay, fair enough. Harvesting, selling more data. Oh, that would make sense. Yeah. Yeah, just always looking for ways to profiteer off that shit, eh? And I'm doing okay, thanks. I did get that eventually. All right, well, you know, we might talk about a lot of stuff you don't understand on this, but that's okay. Okay, so I'm trying to go semi McFarlane here. I can't tell what angle I was looking at on here. I think kind of like that. Which does kind of clash with all the rest of perspective here, you know, but that's fine, right? We don't mind that. Hey, John, how you doing, buddy? There is that. That is the spirit of McFarlane. And we're not going to see too much of it. We're just going to, because I'm going to largely black this building in. Seth MacFarlane. Oh, my name. I'll listen to you in the background. There you go. That's all right. That sounds like a good time. And we definitely want windows smaller than they are here. Doing it like that. Sure. I guess we got windows here. We should probably put like theoretically balconies over here. Except like does Todd care about balconies? Probably not, right? So should we care about balconies? All buildings are just collections of windows, right? It's a window display. That's all any of it is. A little bit skinnier. There. Nobody gets to go outside their apartment on this side of in this building. It's an economy building. Had to fight with technology the last 2 days. Some kind of sour. Yeah, that'll do it. I think we want. I feel like we want skinnier. I like the skinny windows. Todd likes the skinny windows. Therefore, the skinny windows must be good. Hey, Goblin, how's it going? How do you do the top of this building? Just more of a silhouette, really. Whatever you do, you got to follow this line for the rest of the building here. I guess you should go pretty close to the edge, a little bit over the blue line here. There. More like just an indicator, really. Hey, Jeffrey, I have not been watching the Gargoyles cartoon. I'm surprised I haven't been, really, with how many times Gargoyles have been brought up since I started drawing this. The intention was not to make this look like Gargoyles, but that's very clearly what this looks like now. I think this is that the edge? No, it's still the wig. Give it a rewatch. Haven't seen it in decades. Yeah, you know, I remember it having that kind of standard first like pilot episode thing, where the pilot was really good and really well produced, and then after that, it got kind of like yeah, whatever. It was one of those things I had difficulty like figuring out why cartoons did that when I was a kid, and then it's very obvious when you get older. It's like, why would you always make it that good? It's like, because it's hard and expensive and slow. We're almost getting these things lining up. Because these are the windows, right? Yeah. How's that look? Oh, I don't know, man. The budget is. They almost always have more money for the plot. Budget isn't per episode, it's for the whole season. Oh, okay, that makes some sense. And I mean, obviously they got to make the first few episodes the best looking to try and sell the goddamn show. I think a little bit less. So there we go. I'm gonna be blacking in everything that isn't window in here, so I can grid it out. It should be fine. We're going checkerboard. Did that even leave a mark? It did too. Okay, good. Hard to tell sometimes. Just focus on it, then the series gets its own budget and deadline. Completely different animation crew. Completely different expectations at that point, I imagine. It's like, okay, we're in business, crank them out. I remember that most clearly with Ninja Turtles. Where like I was actually like really excited about that cartoon when it was coming out, and then the actual cartoon comes out. It's like, oh, why does this feel like it's not quite as good as I remember? Okay. I think that reasonably works. Invader Zim's pilot had a different voice for Zim, so it never aired. Okay. I think again, Ninja Turtles also had like some different voices and shit. That Ninja Turtles pilot like really stuck apparently. Yeah. Okay. So just doing like a couple of highlights here and there. Hey Monty, how you doing, buddy? This actually look a little bit bigger than the ones that they said there. I think I want to. Okay, this is the. That's what you want to be catching up to. Okay, that works fine. A long deserted apple juice? Okay. That perspective's terrible. It's okay. Doesn't matter. We're not worried about that. How much of this should we like lighten up a little bit towards the bottom here? I feel like maybe I should. In which case, I'm going to need to again apply some whiteout. Getting that right? I think I am. Light. No, I'm not. You can usually count on me screwing up which side is meant to be silhouetted and which side is meant to be the light at some point in a drawing. Not generally right off the bat, but you know, fairly reliably. Yeah, there's the bathroom on the right. I remember my friend told me that in high school, that that's what he thought it was, and I'm like, what? Are you crazy? Who has ever thought it was bathroom on the right? The song's called Bad Moon Rising. And then that's like the most misheard lyric in history. So it's like, oh, maybe he was right. I'm not familiar with Do You Like My Pants? It's also wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night. I kind of figured it was Do You Feel Like I Do? Okay, maybe don't go scribbling over the already established figures. That might be a good idea. The news calling Nine Inch Nails death metal. Okay, fair enough. Kids these days don't know what difference between death metal and Def Leppard. Kid, you know, called Bon Jovi death metal. Really? Oh man. Okay. Well, no, there's like this inherent kind of disdain for metal, and it just kind of all gets lumped together now. I mean, this isn't exactly death metal, although you could lump it in, because I mean, like, it is from Return of the Living Dead. It works thematically, if nothing else. No, kids don't know what words mean. They refuse to learn. They just kind of take the word of whatever influencer they're watching. Okay, those are the words that are important. And they mean whatever that person says they mean. You don't have to go along with them, or you can. It's up to you. Nobody's gonna mind either way. There's no metal police. Well, no, actually, there's several metal police, I imagine, but the 6-7 thing's got to be drying up by now, right? Truly outrageous. Truly, truly, truly outrageous. No one. Well, it's because 6-7 isn't anything, from what I understand. It's an attempt to come up with a meme that you're just in on the meme by saying it because it doesn't actually mean anything, and everybody pretends to mean something. It's almost like jive slang. Where you're saying things just to be, to keep outsiders on the outside. Oh, you speak jive. Oh, good. That can be important in like a medical situation. You did stretch down here. Okay. So I think we probably want to stretch it like about here, and then transition to uplighting. It seems a little low, but that might work okay. Oh no! Oh yeah, no. This is all black. What are you doing? Yeah, it's best to have a drive speaker on any given flight. This is well documented. I feel like the next round there should have been I can't find my sleeve, but that's okay. It needs to be a little bit thinner. There we go. All right. Oh, I think I wanted a fucking vampire on the corner here too. That would have been pretty good actually. Shit. I don't think I can really fix that now. No, I can add one in the mix here, although I did already do a whole bunch of lines. Fuck. Way to sabotage myself. Like, you get just wrapped up in an aspect. Completely forget about every other aspect in the bit. I mean, I guess this is why people do, like, actual pencils. Maybe in the first version before Airplane and that, it was one of those domino events. Okay. And what, you don't speak Cajun? You don't have the patois? I've been watching The Expanse lately. It's one of those ones I started a long time ago and never got back around to. Finally getting around to it now. I love the patois in that thing. Hey Scott, how's it going? Okay, let's get rid of these connecty lines. Not too much there. That had to be removed. Oh, Scott, thanks. I appreciate that. A lot of AAV, average annual value. A lot of prorated contracts. African American vernacular. Oh, okay. Haven't heard that before. I don't remember the term that I do know. It's probably not acceptable anymore. Ebonics, that was it. Hey, Scott, thank you. Also Canadian. So, well, I'll get us all eventually. All I gotta do is start acting like I'm essential core of Canadian culture, and Canadians will flock to my banner. You just put maple syrup under a box with a stick holding it up. I mean, that's how we hang our flag. How's it going, buddy? He's just still too thin on this side and too fat on that side. Oh well. I'll let the colors fix that. I don't know how, but I missed that. I always catching that before me late. Yes, I know. I do have a comic called Blood Force. We just recently had the Kickstarter, which worked out well. You want to see what that's about? There's a link tree in the description, and I'm pretty sure the Kickstarter is part of that, so you can at least see what the campaign looked like. Let's not get the all AI drawn to. Yes, I mean that's a feature. Absolutely. Hey, Sheldon, I don't suppose you want to change the concept of your book to be about gargoyles, eh? Because it kind of seems like I've accidentally made a very different cover than, or you know, that's what people are going to be thinking of when they see this. So it might just be easier at this point to go, you know what? I don't think they're vampires. That could be the twist later on. We thought they were vampires. Is it not? Hi, Shane. Not intended to be. It's intended to be vampires, but yeah, like with wings. The claws, which I didn't realize were very similar. No, it's not. It's not just you, man. Like everybody who hasn't been in since like I started drawing this thing, has said, "Hey, cool gargoyles picture," pretty much. And yeah, it's I think a large part like the wings kind of puts it like where it's teetering, where it's like I could go one way or the other, and then I added the fucking Legacy of Cane hands, which makes yeah, that's just everybody convinced. Oh, that's gargoyles. Where he's fighting vampires, but they're obviously oh okay. Yeah, don't do that. I would say. Everybody has Venetian blinds in this in the Spawn City. I like that. We'll go with that. Well, I mean that was part of the description I got was that they're barely wearing anything because they like the wings kind of shred up their clothes. And I mean, this guy does look like the little green dude. You know, like there's, again, it was unintentional, but it's I'm not going to deny it's there. The Spawn Gargoyle homage. Yep, absolutely. That's what it's turned out to be. That's how most of my drawings eventually go, where it's like, I'm going to draw this thing, and then it's very clearly not that thing, it's this other thing that I didn't realize. Do a Marvel DC do, just reboot it when the fans like what you've been doing. Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Can't have that, you know. Okay, some of these should probably not have Venetian blinds, right? It's where this page I'm looking at, every single, you know, it's not like that's the point of this cover, is to just copy that McFarlane cover, but their page, but it does fill space nicely. We'll leave a couple blank, but I do like the overly Venetian blind building. It's good for the contrast, so I think, like, yeah, we would want to do this one here. This one here, nah, not necessary, but like, you know, we get a couple up here as well. Stupid, sexy gargoyles. Well, at least now we're learning how to draw Venetian blinds. It's an important skill to have. Drew album covers for bands like Korn. Yeah, I remember that. Although it wasn't him, it was Greg Capullo. And I mean, other people have done that, but just not the Image guys. Liefeld should have drawn an album cover for Limp Bizkit. That would have been right up his alley, yeah. That would have been very appropriate. But that was Capullo where he was at his most Todd-like, probably. I mean, he was working on Spawn at the time. It makes sense. There you go. Now you don't have to be the surplus Monty anymore. Or the opening act Monty. We have the full Monty. Jim Lee Drew Blueberry? I'm not familiar with that. Did he update it so it had all sorts of like lines all over him? And, you know, unnecessary panels and shit? Hey, Nature Boy, how's it going? Not intentionally, although that's very clearly what it's turned into. Cereal Box is close to an album cover. Well, that's like the next step up, right? The natural evolution. Album cover to Cereal Box. Yep. Give us a woo, Nature Boy. The cereal box probably pays better. There's a good chance. Actually, yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know that General Mills is going to be shelling out for anything, really. I think if you start costing too much money, they'll go with whatever else. They'll, somebody's kid scribbles something up, and it's like, there. Kids will like that. They relate to that shit. Not paying 20 grand for Jim Lee. Blueberry with his chiseled chin and weird neck collars. Yeah. No ammo belts at all? Jam. This is bullet again, isn't it? Yeah. Mike Mignola's got chocolate. I would love to see that, yeah. There would be pouches and guns, yes, very much so. He would look like a Centurion's figure. I would pay money to see Mike Mignola's Count Chocula on a box. Bernie writes it's Frankenberry. The Frankenberry plates. Did it because of so many requests. Oh, okay, that'd be great. I'd love to see that shit. I feel like I could guess what Mike Mignola's Count Chocula would look like with like big circle eyes and mostly silhouetted. You know, where what does he have like the point on the head or something? He does kind of. Oh, okay. The double point. And he, and he's like all backlit and shit. We got there we go, the spike ears. There we go. We'll let the teeth come out. There we go. I'm pretty sure that's Mike Mignola's Chocula. And then you set him in like a swamp with skeletons all around him. They did a live action where Count Chocula gets a pair of balls on. Oh, I can see the like a little Muppet version here, where yeah he's got the butt chin, and they went a little bit too deep with the cleft. All right, Brain. Good seeing you, buddy. Oh, I got to check this link now. Is this Dawkins? It is Dawkins. Can you turn some heads are gonna roll? No, I don't honestly know that much about Dawkins, other than pretty much how they broke up. That's about it. And even then, that's mostly just Wikipedia. Yeah, it looks like Tim Sale, maybe. But it is in a very Mignola kind of style. That sounds like that'd be fun. Check it out, like Mike Mignola's cereal mascots. These are the Mignola Snap Crackle Pop. That's pretty good. What's the third one here? It's fucked up Tony the Tiger. All right. Nice. Those are awesome. It was during lockdown. That makes sense. That absolutely makes sense. Anything, it's like, why the fuck would he ever do that? Lockdown. Oh, okay, I got you. I feel like I should probably throw Goliath in the background. I'm not going to do it. But, you know, it feels like I'm just denying it if I don't. But I can do it. That's okay. I can deny it. Toucan Sam, all right. I like his zombie Keebler elves. Those are nice. No, more here. And very skinny in comparison. Let's use the available blueprints here as often as we can. I might as well throw the cord on here now. I think we're going to be here for a while, so. Yeah. It's going to be smacking against my head all the time, but that's okay. Can you hear that angelic chord? I assume you mean the smack in the head thing, not can you hear that angelic chord? That's if she said that, she's probably delusional, and you should maybe take her to see somebody. That's my head in there, isn't it? Yeah, it is. This one I did upside down. It is too. Okay. Are we talking about the Tim Buckley Hallelujah? I assume that's or the the Hallelujah Tim Buckley eventually sang. I assume he didn't write that. Yes, that is the Tim Buckley, or either the Tim Buckley or Jeff Buckley. Hallelujah. You know, Tim Buckley made music. I think just control. Did he now? I may be wrong. It may be a different Tim Buckley who did that, or he was just, diverse. Yeah, I would have. I would have liked to do the Top Cow thing, but I keep forgetting about it, and I got all sorts of other shit I'm doing. I got commissions to catch up on. I got to this one. I've got at least one more, more likely two, possibly a third one. I'm not for sure. I'll have to recheck. And like we're into February already. I'd like to get these done. I feel like I'm taking too long on them. I got to start doing them during the week. I think, like away from streams as well. So those ones don't matter. Is that what you're saying? Hi, Kara. How's it going? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's get some Venetian blinds going on in here. I think that's a good idea. A lot of detail on them there, Gargos. Well, this is standard. This is what I have to do to convince people to give me money, is to go fucking nuts on the detail. They don't want to do it otherwise. So it's like, all right, that's okay. Yeah, we definitely need more. I really do like that. How like every fucking window on that spawn page is full of blinds. Hey, Raven, how you doing, buddy? See if I can squeeze in a couple of grates with those blinds. Oh, I don't know. That's. I don't know if I can do inside jokes with commissions. I don't think that's advisable. I'm tempted, but like, I don't think I'm gonna do that. This isn't a me thing. This is a, this is purely somebody else's baby. If it wasn't part of the Kickstarter tier, I think same rates, basically, 100, 150 bucks. I believe that's around what I charged Uncle Jerk, was 150. That was what we agreed on. And I mean, that had, kind of close to the same kind of detail. Not going to do what Todd does with Felix Cat? No, I don't think so. Todd could do that on his pages. I don't know if he would do that on a commission if Todd did a commission, theoretically. Unless he specifically was asked to throw one in there. Like, if I got to the point where I was a requested commission guy and that became kind of my shtick, that'd be one thing, but I'm not doing it when commissions are hard to come by. Popo hamster wheel would look sweet on there. It would. I don't disagree. Maybe when this is done, I'll just redraw it, but with Popo on top. Just go, "Arr!" while he's strapped in. Is there like an understanding in place that once I do a commission, I should try to recreate that commission? Like, is that in bad taste or something? It feels like, I mean, kind of obviously no, but kind of maybe. Our commission's always open. They have been. That's why I say so at the end of every at the end of every video. I mean, I know that nobody watches that far into the video generally, but that's usually the part where you turn it off and go on to whatever else you're watching. But, you know, I gotta throw it in there anyway. Oh, that's fair. The Prince thing? Yeah, that would make sense. And if anybody missed it, Lee's commissions are also open and is also available for color jobs. Well, I mean, I've never seen anybody admit to watching them all the way through. I think you're the first. Which would have been a bit more upsetting like a year or two ago when I put thought into the end of the video. I don't so much anymore because I know everyone's tuning out at that point. Like, you know, I don't try to come up with a quip or anything at the end of the video anymore, which I used to do. You watch the end, but you watch vids on 2x speed. So they still say they only take 20 minutes then. That's smart. That's economical. I don't blame him and I don't complain, you know? Monty's been watching like every single one and commenting on every single one of my videos for quite a while. I will not complain about how Monty watches the videos. Hey Rob, how you doing, buddy? And they're generally over 20 minutes these days. I just recorded one that might clock in like around 22, and it's like, ooh, it's a little one. Year and a half for... Is that a longest bit? Shit, all right. Been a while, eh? Well, yeah, Monty's been around forever. Very much appreciated. That's not too bad. It's okay. There you go. That is the key to immortality, is watching Blood Force videos. Be on your deathbed and just be like, no, 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 not yet. Not yet. There's one coming out tomorrow, I know it. Was that what your first one when we listened to Crow? Like, and then you found out about the videos? That's a odd arc. Okay. That was one of the first movies I think we did. I mean, obviously that would have been on Devil's Night. Started watching because it confused me with somebody else and just stuck with it. I'm guessing that's Rob. Oh, you had been watching the videos before. Okay, yeah. I thought so. Yeah, because I remember your comments popping up before I remember you popping into the stream. That's right. Yeah. Rob or a guy called Crypto Comics. Okay. Do I know that one? That sounds vaguely familiar. I might have watched one or two videos by him, but looks like he hasn't put anything up for a while. It was pretty sporadic when he was doing it. Okay. That's fair. Is this Motorhead? No, this is Accept, which sounds like Motorhead. At least in turn, like the singer sounds like Lemmy. But yeah, no, I do recall. I do very vividly recall when Lee started watching my videos and was working his way through the playlists and commenting on most of them. And it's like, oh, he's on that one now. Well, it's interesting because I've heard I get hung up on the particulars. There's another band on this list, Bullet, that sounds much more like to me like they're trying to be AC/DC. You know, not AC/DC on bath salts, but like the guy sounds like he's trying to be Brian Johnson, and they sound like they're trying to come up with AC/DC style riffs, only with a bit more metal tinge to it. I can hear a little bit of AC/DC in this, actually. Oh, if I'm thinking like Bon Scott, now I can hear it a little bit. That's the thing. I often think we're in terms of Brian Johnson, but yet I can hear some Bon in there for sure. Okay, let's just put some black in here for now. This thing is dying. It sounded like Lemmy at first because it sounded like tired and like, you know, which is what Lemmy sounds like to me. But like listening to it a little bit more, and it's like, oh wait, no, I can definitely hear some Bon Scott influence there. All right. Missing the 90s albums and their first albums. All right, all right. All them death metal bands sound the same like Bon Jovi. I know, right? God, he's so satanic. Bon Jovi and Green Day, just, yeah. The worst of the death metal albums, for sure. Death metal artists. Okay, let's try to make this building in the background here look like something. Got church, apartment buildings, office building, right? That's usually how cities lay out their streets. This is pretty far in the distance. That's okay. 9 Inch Nails, yes, and they're all so similar to each other. Living on a satanic prayer. Yep. "98 in the Shade" because we're in hell. Yep. I don't think I have any Striper. I think I briefly considered it. I think I couldn't find a song that seemed good enough. Not like Creed, but you know. Working down at the docks. I have heard that Striper is the only Christian band that's actually like pretty good. But again, you're discounting Creed then. I don't know if I can take that. I think we might have to put Comic King in timeout now. Don't anybody actually do that. Want to mess with maybe. Been watching some Mr. Robot as well. I like the look of the Evil Corp building. I think I'm going to try and do it in an exact representation or anything, but stealing some ideas from it seems like a good idea. Yeah, well, you can't time out Monty. We've discussed this, Lee. Just like Monty can't time you out. Your powers cancel each other out. You finished season 2. I didn't even get through episode 1. I'll be honest. It's like this. I don't know. I've been like, I started watching Fallout lore videos, so now that's what I get recommended all the fucking time. So I watched the Fallout series, and it's like, this isn't Fallout. What the fuck are you talking about? All right, all right. If that's how it's got to be, I wouldn't have made you sit in the corner, man. I swear. I wouldn't have let anybody make you sit in the corner either. You have a good one, though. Thanks for stopping in. Like later, I had to do something other than remake New Vegas. Yeah. Although they do kind of remake New Vegas, do they not? Like the show does. Sure, that works. But yeah, no, I was watching. It was just like, this is just dumb action show with quirky characters. It's like, this is every fucking show these days. I'm kind of sick of this. I don't like that. It's like a world without the story of New Vegas. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's like post the events of New Vegas, right? So we get to see the aftermath of when the story happened. That's what everybody wants to see. All right, I think I'm going to grab a quick smoke. Seems like a good time. Get my official, trusty sheet of paper here. Oh, fuck's sake. And try and work the legs. Oh, let's cover up a little bit less. That seems unnecessary. There. I want people to stick around at least a little bit. Okay, excellent. Oh man, speaking of Bon Jovi, man, this does just get me in the mood for like some sacrifices. Okay, just be back in a second. All right. Come on, wake up. There we go. Tales from the Loop. I haven't heard of that. It takes place in the world of Fallout, but not the stories or characters from the game. Yeah, I mean that's the case. It's very like in terms of this setting, it's very faithful to Fallout 4, which is not the favorite game by any means, but and I appreciate the lore there, Shane. That does work at least a bit in context to help to justify my vampires looking like gargoyles. But no, it's more the tone that isn't right. Like Fallout isn't really. I mean, for one thing, the heart of the series isn't an action game; it's an RPG thing. It's always been a bad shooter. You know, it got a little better for Fallout 4, but it's still not great. But that's the aspect that they focused on in Fallout 4 to the detriment of the role playing. Whereas the best game in the series, probably, depending on how you feel about 1 and 2, is New Vegas. Because it's got the newer mechanics and the role playing is through the fucking roof. And it's very bleak and cynical and sarcastic. And it's, you know, there was elements of that it felt like in the first series, but not very much. And I don't know, it looks like they're going more for the spectacle in season 2. And it's just like, spectacle's not a Fallout thing, but that's what makes money, right? Role playing is fine if you make certain types of characters. Sure. Which you can. You can do that all sorts of ways in New Vegas. Like, just the number of endings available in that game is kind of staggering. Show's been going places with the story. Okay. Maybe I think I just don't like the characters. I don't like how quirky they are. Like the kind of quirky they are. Oh, where'd the curve go? I had a curve. Thought I knew where it was. I seem to be wrong. There we go. Always an issue winning it. 4 endings. What, to Fallout New Vegas? Not hardly. I mean, there's, I guess, the 4 big endings, but... there are different tones to them, to the 4 big endings, depending on how you play them. Free Vegas and house endings are very similar. Yeah. Well, I mean, again, it depends. If you go along where you're a loyal kind of servant to Mr. House, it goes a fair bit different. I suppose not. Although, I mean, you can get a very different feel for your endings if you keep them in theme. I do kind of have to match this now the entire way, don't I? I wasn't too smart. Both House and Free Vegas endings, they are only aesthetically different with House is void or yes. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Maybe I should be using an actual template on this. Man, I was thinking I was going to get this finished today. I'm thinking that's not too likely now. I think the rest of this stream is going to be figuring out this building. because I decided to put the curve in top here. Oh well. Hopefully Sheldon won't mind. Dude, I gotta wait like an extra 2 weeks or whatever for to get my commission because you wanted to put a curve in a building. You get bored of it. That is, I think, the common thread because I mean, at that point, the story doesn't hold together quite as well after you kill Benny because at that point you're just kind of putting off the finale if you don't go straight to it. You know, I'm not going to say the story's perfect by any means. It's a hell of a Fallout game, though. Three story was met. I mostly ignored it and focused on the side content. The New Vegas kind of forces the main story out of you. That's true. And 4 story's a mess, and it's boring. Like the way they execute it, I don't enjoy it. I don't give a shit about the main story. I think most people's playthroughs, you know, mom comes busting out of like the best part of the game is the Lexington fight. I feel like. You know, like usually when I start up playing that game again, it's because I want to get to that fight. You know, like you're creeping through the town and trying to like, you know, because that's like one of the few parts where you're vulnerable. And then you get immediately overpowered with power armor. And yeah, the twist is kind of dumb. And then after that, it's like, you know, like I usually play it as like Mama Bear who's frothing at the mouth. So, you know, she comes busting out of the vault and it's like, where's my son? And then immediately gets caught up in setting up all these outposts and, you know, planting gardens and shit, building improvements. And he just kind of gets completely sidetracked. It's like, oh, wait, wasn't my son around here? So no, I got shit to do. Maybe I should go join the Raiders instead of saving my son. Or go, you know, investigate what's happening on Lovecraft Island. Hey, Only Human, how's it going? Sure, that works all right. Ignoring the story and becoming the Dommy Wasteland over. Well, yeah. I mean, that's kind of what that game encourages you to do. Particularly for where you don't, like, you know, like, New Vegas, you can't be the most overpowered person in, you know, like, you don't get to get max level in everything, get all the perks, all that shit, which is what you can do in 4. And what you tend to be able to do in Bethesda games, where you just you master everything until you're super overpowered and nothing can touch you. Like New Vegas encourages picking a play style more than that. Yeah, that always bugs me how they have to always break your ability to mod shit. Like we're just like, why are you making it so I have less fun? Why is that important to you? Let's do that here. Any kind of exploit, they got to find a way to patch out. And it's like, you know what? I like those exploits. You don't have to find the exploits. Made a shotgun. Yeah, no. Well, I mean, there's the one where like the knockdown thing. It's kind of a cheat, I guess. Well, no, not I guess. It's kind of a cheat where you can make it so like every hit has a far increased chance to knock down enemies, and you combine that with like shotgun surgeon or something, and you load up your riot shotgun with buckshot rounds. So every shot is throwing 7 shots at a guy. So like just about every shot knocks something down. So you get a horde of Deathclaws running at you, just like bang, 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 and they all go flying everywhere. The stay back perk, I think that might be it. Those extra damage when they're on the ground. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, they got all sorts of interesting little perks on that. The perks are much more fun in New Vegas. Because again, you're picking playstyle. Oh, I should have vampires in front of this thing. Let's do that before I start adding ink. Of course, they're going to be very tiny vampires, but that's okay. On the BioShock show? Oh man, I haven't heard about that in a long time. Okay, these are just kind of looking like bow ties off in the distance, but that's okay. I think the game was good, the first one. Was it not? It's been a long time since I played that. Mistakenly do he's mentioning anything the same as being about that thing. Okay. We're talking thematically. Movie released when the next game releases, but no date yet. Okay. Well, I mean, that's a lot of vampires in the back. I think that's all right. They do look a little bit like flies, but... Calm down, Crazy Legs. There we go. On the God-Awful Infinite. Is that a game, or is that an element of Bioshock? I don't remember anymore. It's been a long time since I watched anything, or I played anything to do with Bioshock. Is that my O2? It is my O2. Hey guy, how's it going? My name's Mitch. I do this twice a week. How far is it? Are we? How much is showing on the screen here? Let me see. So I know I've lowered it a bit. Oh, okay. Okay, so we can't see down here. Good. Good to know. Well, I got a draw up here now, so I'm not raising it just yet. Yeah, this is a cover commission for a dude who backed my Kickstarter. One of the tiers on the Kickstarter was a commission. A few people took me up on it, which is nice. So now I get to draw a whole bunch of weird shit that I don't usually draw. Hey, Rob. No, I am not done with the backgrounds. The backgrounds will take me there until I die. People are paying for this shit. The comic backgrounds I could slack on a little bit. Because then that's just like an element in the comic, and you're kind of taking that as given when you buy in. Commissions, no, sorry. People paying like three whole figures. I'm just saying that because I don't know that that's generally commission rates for everybody, but but that's a different beast. I got to go a bit more all out on those. 3 action figures. Yeah, I mean, depending on the line, that might work out better for me. And what condition they are, whether they're mint in box, etc. Can I flip them fairly quickly? Yeah, shit. If it's Vitruvian hacks, it's like $50 each. I don't know what that is, but I'm thinking like Cobra Commander mint in box or in package, whichever. George Lynch while we draw. Not familiar. Figure arts, those are like $100 each. Not familiar with those either. But you obviously you get the point there. I prefer ones that I'm familiar with, but honestly, yeah, no, value kind of trumps it. Japanese high. Oh, okay, I got you. Oh, docket. Okay. Right. All right. There is a little bit of docket on this mix, but not a lot, to be honest. I've got to do a deep dive on docket to find the good ones, I feel like. If I just go on Discord and look up docket, most of what it gives me is ballads. And it's like, you know what? That's not really the vibe I'm looking for. I'm sure there's other good Dokken songs in there, so I've got like 5 in there maybe. But well, yeah, of course you heard a G.I. Joe reference, man. I'm in my mid-40s. Is Kid that does the song? And it's not it has the word kiss in the title, so I mean, with Doc and with what I've seen, okay, I'll add that to the list. And we'll see if it comes up at some point. Larry who? Larry Hama? If we're talking G.I. Joe? I guess, yeah, because we're talking Herb Trimpe too, right? Oh, fuck, man. Awesome. Yeah, Larry Hama's, I don't know if I can say he's one of my favorite artists, but I do look forward to reading Larry Hama comics. One of my favorite runs is his Wolverine run. I've gone over a fair few of his comics on my channel. I take it that means that you're not friends with Trimpe anymore? Is he? He didn't pass away, did he? Oh, I did too. Fuck. My bad. Sorry, man. There's Mitch hitting his being an asshole quota for the day. All at one time. Yeah, sorry about that, man. We did look over G.I. Joe issue 1 at one point. Me and a buddy of mine who's a big G.I. Joe fan. If you haven't seen those, that's, you know, that might be fun. I also did G.I. Joe yearbook number 2. G.I. Joe was never my bag when I was a kid, but I definitely found some Larry Hama comics along the way, and those were usually a good time. Sal was one of your your inker. Really? Fuck, dude. Now I'm like, why don't I know your name? And yeah, just Googling it. Why don't I know your name? I mean, sorry about your friends, man. That's, you know. "30 years experience, huh? Shit. I'll have to look you up some more, man." I will say I was out of collecting comics for a long time, so probably the period I should have been becoming like some kind of historian. And, you know, like actually familiarizing myself with some more aspects of comics. I was just flat out. So 36 years in, yeah. So I'm doing what I can to catch up. That doesn't work at all. Those two, you fucker. Okay, Shadow. That should be like that. Fuck. Yep, Shadow. Okay. Got it. Okay. There we go. It doesn't have to be quite that steep, but pretty close. And now, that'll make sense at some point. The most famed bendable WWE toy lines in the early 90s? That's striking a chord. Did a bunch of that and moved back to comics. Oh, good shit, man. I see ROM seems to come up a lot associated with your name. Again, just doing a quick search while glancing over in between lines. Oh, shit. Including a pretty sick-looking wraparound cover inked by Bob Wyacek. That's fucking wild. Good shit. I'm gonna have to look you up more now, man. Thanks for stopping in. for sure. So now I get a new rabbit hole to dive down. Appreciate it. This has to, because of that has to follow the line of the building now. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. We'll sort it out. We'll sort it out. Larry's Wolverine from the late 80s. Yeah. Late 80s, early 90s. I'm doing most of the Silvestri run. And then at that point, once I finish that, which that's still going to be a ways off, we'll figure out whether or not I want to do like the Tex run. I might. But I love those Silvestri issues. Yeah, I think I've got a link to your website right here. You know what? Fuck it. Let me see here. Where? Come on. There's Guy Dorian, Guy Dorian's website there. So I'm gonna leave that up so I can check it out after the stream here, because my attention is always pretty bad during the stream. Bumped into John Buscema when he was dropping off some Wolverine pages. That's cool. That's John Buscema's the subject of my most watched video, actually. I got to bring it back to me every time, you understand? Or at least find a way to relate to it. Not sure why, but my look at his work on Conan is by far my most watched video. Every once in a while, I see the number going up again, and it's like, I don't know why that is, but that's okay. So now I got to do shadows on the rest of this too. Or I don't have to. Yeah, I probably should. But you know, it's like I'm gonna name drop Coman, okay, and what was the other thing you mentioned? Sounds of Silence. Not familiar. A lot of things I'm not familiar with. I'm finding out about them now. I mean, I just read Martial Law for like this week. You know, there's a lot of catch up. Was that one he did with Golden for the... Oh! We were talking about that. The 92 Marvel Holiday Special. I have that in my my cart now. That or either 92 or 93, but I can't remember. But is it the 92? Now I gotta check. God damn it, Lee. Nope. I think it was the 92. Michael Golden, yeah. Mounties versus Werewolves and Guy Dorian is what and Larry Hama are working on now. Really? Mounties versus Werewolves. That, I mean, I'm down. Oh, thanks, man. I'm glad you're digging it, considering you're the one paid for it. there's a. I'm just like, okay, I think there's going to be a building in the middle of this thing. You never know. It might be like Cuban Mounties. Although with Larry Hama, yeah, it's very like the Canadians. You make it all black. Feel free, man. It's okay because Sheldon gets the original. There, I worked on a 200-page novel called For Bob Wycheck and 77 Made Anchors. It sounds like a good deal, man. I want that a little bit off so I can hatch it off, have it blend a little bit. The 92. Okay, let's find the 92. What's going on? What is core? Oh shit, not K4. Come on, get it right. Not sure if I can. I'll have to do like a full-on search for it later, I think. Joe Sanote led a hand. Michael did a cover. Neil Adams did a cover. Controlled organic robotics. Okay, okay. Thank you. I don't think I. Yeah, because I don't think I can. They listed as core in on my comic shop. Come on, search. Search better. What the fuck is... Okay, it's just not going to search right now. Never mind. Joke color version where I color mascot. Feel free, man. I mean, you know, just for yourself, if nothing else, right? This is obviously the green guy. This is obviously Goliath. I don't know who gets to be the overweight one. Worked with Louise Simonson a lot. That's cool. I hear she, you know, everything I hear about Louise is that she's just one of the best in the business, really. Gotta say, I keep kind of missing her in terms of going back and checking out comics. I got to work on that, but just work with her and Walt. That's awesome, man. Walt's one of my favorites. Did an extended look at his run on Fantastic Four, which not a whole lot of people watched, and I don't give a shit because I just wanted to go through those comics. Did Thor too. Nobody watches those either. Except the guys in the chat here. They watch some of them, which I appreciate. He is phenomenal. I did the entire Frog Thor series. I did his Ragnarok issues. I have Ragnarok and Roll, which I kind of want to go over at some point. It does mean, again, like an extended period of nobody watching those videos, probably. I'm always like, what the fuck, guys? It's Walt. Why is everybody not swarming this? But, you know, I think I did convert at least one guy in my viewership with Monty here. My last name is Brewer. You will not really find me. There's a link tree in the description, though. Wherever I am on the internet, that's where... I don't have any published work before this. The all splash page issue fight with Jormungandr. Yep, I did that one, and it was fucking great. Loved every second of it. I can't. It's still like the idea of finding that on the rack blows my fucking mind. Got an over hour-long video coming up about some Simonson FF. Yep. Good shit. I'm gonna have to watch that. I got his artist edition, the FF one. I've thought about taking that to the channel, but at the same time, it's like, I kind of just like looking at it. I don't need to talk about it. I just kind of want to enjoy it. All right, thanks very much, man. I'll have to look you up for sure. Thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. There is a Facebook page where I've posted some stuff. I've posted a fair bit on Instagram as well. And there is the Patreon where everything's up there. But, you know, I guess if you look hard, if you can find me. But it's just not anything published. Hi, Michelle. Welcome back. What is this anyway? These are. Why did I pick these to draw? Why did I include these? I could have found something else. Whatever. They're here now. Well, there's a lot of black added, and I figured out what I was doing with the building in the background here at least. I'm still pledged late. Oh, it's on Kickstarter. Mounties versus Werewolves. Thank you, Sheldon, for putting up the link there. So that is by Guy Dorian Sr., who was in the chat just now, and Larry Hama. Well, did he say Sal and Bob Wyachek were helping on that? I know he said he worked with them, but I can't remember if he said that was one of the things they worked on. So check that shit out, because, I mean, it's called Mounties versus fucking Werewolves. Why do I start swearing more when the 10-year-old drops in the chat? Sorry about that. Let's do this. Yeah, calm down. Yeah, I don't know if he said Sal worked on this one with him. He definitely said he worked with Sal a lot and recently. But I don't know if he said this specifically. I guess, I mean, you gotta check out the campaign to find out for sure. It's a mystery. But I'm glad to see that Rob is picking up Walt Simonson too. I think you've gone over Walt once or twice before, but if you're doing an extended view, I definitely approve. And I think FF is Walt at his best, really. I think he's having the most fun. Well, I mean, you know, you can Google them fairly easily. I don't know how legit he is, but not going to claim that. But you know, I'll check it out later. Yeah, no. Monty is a converted Walt fan now. I think at first you were a little standoffish about him, and then I kind of broke you down. So breaking you down, Cerebus. I know. I'm not even trying to break anybody down on Cerebus. That's just like I'm gonna have fun talking about this for an hour. Usually. You guys can stick around or not. That's up to you. I understand if you bail. I have said before, you know, if you give me the opportunity, I will talk about Cerebus for an hour, out for hours on end. And this is, I think, just me proving it to myself when I do a video on him. Review with Danny Bedrosian, pro musician and kayfabe friend. Okay, okay. He wasn't the Funkadelic guy, was he? Because I know that the fucking Funkadelic keyboard just hangs out in your chats, which is wild. Oh, that's the guy. Okay. I think, I mean, if we're talking regularly, you're the most famous guy who hangs out in my chats. So congratulations, Rob. What the fuck? Why? Stop it. It's either you or Sheldon. Because Sheldon hangs out in a lot of chats from what I've seen. So, I mean, you know, also kind of famous. And he makes his own comics, does he not? I only saw him the one time. That was like a month or so ago, but I remember looking him up and being like, wait, are you this guy? What do you mean, yes? Oh, we were saying how famous you are, Sheldon. Or at the very least, well known, I think. Infamous. Yeah, it's like so famous, right? Never did get around to watching Three Amigos, did we? I need a little bit more. Careful, careful. Don't go making the lines look terrible now. Make sure they line up okay. Still waiting on RoboCop. I know. I stopped watching movies before we putting movies on the channel before we got to a RoboCop remake. I did say we were going to do that on April Fool's though, didn't I? Okay, fair enough. I don't know if I would say I like Rob's work so much as there's certainly a lot to talk about when we're talking about Rob. And hey, Wood Chipper, thanks very much. All right. So Guy Dorian Sr. will be on Nerdy Musings. Okay, live drawing tonight. There you go. You want to see more of them? Might be a good idea to drop in there. Rob is our favorite punching bag. Topic of discussion, anyway. Yeah. I mean, I can't really claim. It's like, no, I'm completely impartial when it comes to, I can't really say that. Or a fan, so kind of got to go the other way. I think I made it pretty clear with the subtitle on my last video. You want to make it at least seem impartial to draw in the Liefeld fans. Because dislikes are engagement too. And I do enjoy talking to the Liefeld fans. I've had a few that are actually pretty polite, which I wasn't the impression I always got from, some online interactions. Did I draw you in? Oh, this here? I think we decided depending on whether or not you had hair, if I recall. That's okay. So, I mean, not a lot of my videos get dislikes. Generally, if people dislike a thing, they just kind of turn it off, right? No, there aren't a whole lot of people who go to the trouble of hitting the dislike button on a video. I'll bet you Lee does that shit, though. Oh, yeah, you're a Liefeld fan. That's right. I forgot. But you're you're one of the super reasonable Liefeld fans, which I appreciate. I don't know how many of your brethren can say the same. I like the guy who commented on my last video saying, I was like, Rob did him a favor because he banned him from his whatnot because the guy said Rob's version of Gladiator was solid. You're not allowed to call anything Rob does solid. Rather, it's like I'm the only one I want to make sure it doesn't show up my. I'll go again. Okay, fair enough. They'd rather write a paragraph of hate in the comments than click thumbs down. Yep. Liefeld videos always get at least a couple of thumbs downs, depending on how many views they get. Same with my Jim Lee videos. which is fine. You're not going to get, you know, if you're going to get people hitting buttons, generally it's because you got to take. If you got to take, you're not going to get everybody on board with it. So that works out fine for me. I don't mind that. Yeah, I never hit dislike on anything. Just, you know, I rarely hit like on anything, to be honest. And I'm always asking people, hey, hit the like button. And it's like, I never remember to hit like on anything. I will watch a video like 6 times. So, I mean, that's engagement, I guess. It's encouragement. I seen him reimburse the guy and whatnot because the guy asked when he was going to get his book. Might have probably did. I mean, if he reimbursed him for like just like that, he probably blocked him. That seems like a Rob way to go. Wasn't there a comment that said something like, I've seen your art, you shouldn't badmouth Liefeld? I don't think I've gotten that one. You got that comment, Rob? Yeah, I thought I thought maybe I saw it on yours. It's like, okay. I disagree, but sure. No, I get the what I got the reason that I liked was he's like, it's easy to criticize, but how many of you actually create something? You know, it's how many, or at least Rob's out here, he's adding to the medium. You know, while you guys just sit in your chairs and badmouth things. It's like, oh, you mean like my Kickstarter comic that was recently successful, Blood Force? That I've drawn 5 issues of? I enjoyed the hell out of that one. Yeah. But yeah, sorry you got that comment. I think that's bullshit. I do kind of enjoy the fact that I haven't seen that comment too often because it just says to me that Liefeld fans went like he can do better, and they're not entirely sure that I can't. So. Non-creative people just go, oh, this sucks, and they go, yes. Yeah. You know the professionals, when they critique other crewers' work, when their fans come in and tell them they can't draw. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's fair. And I mean, you know, Liefeld fans are a particular kind of breed of fan, generally. You know, present company accepted. And that they're irrational in their fandom. You know, like the guys who are sticking around these days, a lot of them, I see, you know, I want to make blanket statements, but Sheldon's here. But they, you know, it leans more towards the fanatic side of fan. In that a lot of them are irrationally holding on to nostalgia. You know, I should do vids on the hate comments you get. That would be entertaining. I don't know. I don't get a lot of those. I mean, partially because I don't get nearly as many views as Rob does. I think a lot of people just kind of go, guy doesn't know what he's talking about if they don't like my shit. And I mean, to be fair, they might be right. What I'm saying might be based off of half an hour of research I did before I made the video. That, you know, I may have gotten from Wikipedia or may have gotten from some horseshit website. Who knows? Wikipedia. No, I mean, I don't think hate comments really accomplish much, but I mean, a lot of people do like to get in on that. You do research. I do because, well, the thing is, like, you know the shit you're talking about a lot of the time. I had a long period in comics where I was just out. So I tend to try and read up on, like, unless I know it backwards and forwards, then I'll just go. Otherwise, yeah, I got to read up on Wikipedia or whatever, or, you know, just find something that's going to give me some information that is a little bit different from just, you know, look at the lines. These are nice lines. Because again, you're better at the inker's perspective, I think. I'm just gonna embarrass Rob here. I think that would be a fun way to go with this stream. I will say I don't understand inking. And to the point where I'm not comfortable talking about it, really, because I feel like when I try to make points, those points end up wrong. A lot of the time. Sometimes I'm okay, like basic shit, but... And exactly, when I don't do research, guys like Lee are going to call me out. But, yeah, like, I mean, shit, like, I feel like Rob Norton, who is here and who because that's how this sentence started, understands inking a lot better than I do, which is kind of why you get all sorts of inkers commenting in your chats and shit. I think a lot of inkers hear me talk about inking and go, that guy doesn't know what he's talking about, and then they go, okay, never mind. I'll watch something else. I'll watch this Rob Norton guy. He seems to know what he's doing. What's funny is that most of the stuff I catch that I feel most comfortable commenting on are plot elements or, you know, like writing parts of things, which, and I'm not, you know, like I've never considered myself a good writer. I have very little, I don't know. Most of the time when I try to write, it falls apart. It's just kind of boring. You know, there's usually a lack of twists, or there has been historically. Blood Force is a little different. Promise. When Norton brings out the trading card. Yeah, I've wanted to do that before, and then I get into the video and I completely forget. I loved when cartoonist Kayfabe did that with the Prophet number, I want to say 16 cover. And it's just like, this is just fucking Tetsuo. It's just a mass of like flesh. Based on my experience, you definitely are a good writer. I appreciate that, man. I swear, Blood Force is the only thing I've ever been able to write with any kind of where it actually comes out well, and I'm coming up with some decent twists. Everything else I've tried before this, it's, like maybe I can come up with some kind of funny dialogue, but I feel like a big part of it is the fact that I'm usually those are at least like mostly sincere. There isn't an element of parody, and I get uncomfortable with that shit, man. That's what I'm saying. So editing videos is right out. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I can write comedy exactly. I can write farce. Where everything is like is a joke. I'm not making jokes. Can't do that usually. You can make jokes, but you can't write straight up comedy. We should get together and write something sometime, you know? We will be the chocolate and peanut butter of comics. Trying to make a kid-friendly rematch and go out to end up with brains in jars. Kids like that shit. What are you talking about, man? I would have been all over that shit when I was like 7. I appreciate that, Ron. Again, like before Blood Force, I would have said nope, can't write for shit. I'm bad at it. I'm like kind of okay at dialogue. That's about it, and that's just because I write people talking the way I talk. But Blood Force, I don't know. Making the videos has definitely helped because I'm picking out structure elements, which are easier for me to recognize. I might not have read them. Wait, possibly. We do. We have some death metal in the house. Okay, I got to get a bit more precise with these windows because this is gonna be tough. I need a bit more space. I think I have them in my emails. I'm sure I looked through it. I might not have read it too closely. I'm bad with emails. So if that's the case, I apologize, man. Apologize. I mean, to be fair, I've also bought comics online, downloaded them, and then not read them. It's mostly okay. That's kind of what I remember. Yes, exactly. The storytelling ability had to bake in my head for 4 years, and it's easy to. I feel like once you start down that kind of road where you're starting to recognize story elements. It's easy to recognize them. I just kind of repeated myself, but you know, doing the videos, I start realizing when people are not doing the right things. And then, you know, start going back to my comic and say, well, wait a minute, why don't you start doing the right things? And it's like, oh shit, that worked. The bad part is now I have to come up with a climax, which are kind of notoriously tough to pull off. And, you know, like, there's not a lot of build left. So it's just kind of, okay, it's all payoff now. Can you actually pull that shit off? It's like, I don't know. I got a great culmination point. Like a climactic moment. I don't know how the fuck I'm going to fill out the rest of that comic though, man. Because it's going to be like just like all fight scene, and it kind of has to be awesome. I do a lot of pulling off for the climax. Or, you know, trying anyway. It is a shame when you try to pull off the climax and it just, you know, it just fails. And you just kind of got to pack up and go, okay, maybe next time. That's just the most disappointing thing. That's the worst, you know? And way to keep it subtlety. I feel like I'm over here trying to be clever with my entendres and shit, and Lee's like, yeah, dicks. You know, like, once in your team jumping out of a jet to fight something, I'll be pissed. Okay. I was thinking of doing a variant cover of that, actually. Because the issue itself, they're not arriving anywhere. And I realized I didn't have that anywhere in the comic. Like in the first story arc, which is like, fuck, dude, that's a major oversight. Those lines didn't add up. Why didn't those lines add up? Hang on. You. Okay, we'll search you out. We'll search you out. It's like, we're going to dance around the subject. And Lee's like, you mean this subject? Which I will state bluntly and openly. Not even to fight something, just go into the store, movies. Oh, I like that. Not in this storyline, I don't think. But in future, perhaps. But I'm thinking, yeah, like, because I did the double page spread cover already. And then I thought, you know what? We need like a Cyberforce Volume 2, Number 2 splash of the team jumping out of out of the blood vessel. Why don't I have that? Why isn't that in the script? Yeah, no, I don't have a T-square. And I mean, curve and everything, it's a fucking mess. That's okay. Like I said, we're still in the pencil stage. I'll fix it. Or I won't. And it'll all be fine. But yeah, I think that's a way to go, is to come up with a wraparound team jumping out of the blood vessel cover, in addition to the wraparound cover I already have in place. Variant cover. Hey, Apex, how's it going? Yeah, Lee will black out. Well, what, the building here or the blood vessel on the cover for Blood Force #6? There might be some. You might get some complaints if you black out the blood vessel. I don't think anybody's gonna mind if you black out the building here. The building, yeah. You wouldn't dare black out the blood vessel. I know. Okay. Still alive, still alive, still alive. Jet should be Bloodbird. Blood vessel should be a boat. That means I have to drop boat though. Like make it pop like thrombosis. Okay. Okay, here. Let's see here. Why did you have to put the fucking curve in there? You know? This would have been so doable if you hadn't done that fucking curve. I guess that's why I put the curve in. Thanks, Apex. Now I don't know how to ink it is the problem. Let me see this building again. Very close together, okay. Okay, and we'll get rid of like a row around here. Just break it up. I like that. That's nice. The boat should be called the Varicose. The Varicose vessel. Oh no, not the Temple of Doom. No, Blood Force is not currently crowdfunding. We finished the Blood Force #1 Kickstarter a few months back. I'm still working on getting that together. Once I've got that done, I'll do Kickstarter Volume 2. Yes, I should just call a comic Kickstarter. Do you think maybe Kickstarter would get behind that, or would they just flat out sue me? You can't know until you do it. Oh, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Okay, I feel like we can do... Okay, we can do these as just straight lines. Going up and down. Up the length of the thing. Do it from there. So it matches. And I can sort out the windows in the middle of that. Where I said the middle was, I blanked it there. Okay, shit. We'll sort that out. There'll be a bit of white out on this page. That's okay. You tell me you're not a Temple of Doom fan, Lee? I would be surprised. A little bit closer. Oh yeah, Dial of Destiny and the one before that. I can't remember what it's called now. We don't accept an Indiana Jones under 70 around here. Best Indiana Jones is when he's married and incapable of performing physical acts, such as punching people. The Dial of Dysentery. Yep. Am I a Philistine, or did I just enjoy, like, ripping on you there, Lee? Will we ever know? We'll never know. It could be either. Of course it's Raiders in the Last Crusade. Raiders is like the most rewatchable movie of all time. Like, it feels like... Hey, it feels like every time I put that movie on, it doesn't, like, it doesn't happen every year, but once every 2 or 3 years. And I'll be watching it and be like, oh, fuck, that's in this movie too? Oh, fuck, that's in this movie too? There's just so many fucking set pieces. Oh. They lowered your expectations low enough that when you actually saw it, it was okay, huh? I don't think I heard much about it. There was an element of, why is Harrison Ford doing this? But, It's like, okay, and then you watch, it's like, oh, well, that wasn't very good. Why wasn't that very good? But that was before I was reviewing comics, and now I probably could have told you right off the bat why it wasn't very good. There you go. So you absolutely shouldn't watch RoboCop Remake then, because it's just one of the worst movies of all time. Why does the Indiana Jones movies have to have Nazis? Why can't he be Adventure Man? I guess Last Crusade kind of scuppered that. Any chance of him being Adventure Man? How bad can it be with Battlefield Earth? Oh dear. That was what I saw when I was like 16, 17 with my brother. I don't think we knew what we were getting into. And we ended up laughing throughout the entire thing. It was so good. I remember watching that years later and being like, or recommending it to somebody as being like one of the worst movies of all time, and being like, wait a minute, what if I just remember it that way? What if it's only like boring and bad? So it's like I rewatched it. It's like, oh, thank God. It's as awful as I remember, if not worse. I kind of skipped the gap I was going for, but oh well. That's how it goes. We got a whiteout, we got a whiteout. That's how it goes. I feel like these lines, again, don't match up too well. Nope. These are getting a little bit off to the side here. Not sure how that happened again. Oh well. I can sort it out, I think. I was being trained to go to galaxies! Oh, that's what that line should be. Oh dear. How bad is it? Let's see here. Not terrible. Not terrible. Okay, good. I know. Put it in shadow. I might have to. I'm gonna put the top in shadow anyway. No, now I want to finish it, and I want to make it look okay. I think I can still do it, but I might be wrong. If I gotta black it out, I gotta black it out, I guess. And we'll just put in like random windows. We'll see. See, because of the curve, honestly, I feel like mistakes will actually be less noticeable as well. So I don't know. Well, I'm gonna draw it out and see if I can pull it off. If I can't pull it off, that's how it goes. But we're gonna give it a shot here. It's also gonna be so much fucking drawing. But that's okay. I should be using an O2 on this, I think. Sure. Well, there's like hints of something in there. There's notes of ledge in these windows. You know, it's working out well, okay for me. I guess the question now is whether or not I can use it in a way that benefits the drawing. I feel like I need to do this reversed. So do this and then pull it up a bit to do the ledge here. That's too much. Yeah, it looks better. How many rules do I have to have out here? One should be fine, theoretically. Neglecting it for a few months in true image fashion. Too busy partying. And trying to get, like, film rights sold. I get it, man. We've all been there. Okay. I think that part looks okay. Can we keep it up for the rest of the thing? I don't know. Probably not. There is this extra line here for no reason that I'm going to have to, I think, mimic on the other side here. The right line? I think so, yeah. Can I keep it up with the curve? I don't know, man. I don't know if I got the endurance. You know, I'm getting older these days. Like, it's getting tougher. Shit, got that wrong. Okay, have to patch that. That's okay. Oh. They got like in 3 months like the image guys would, mainly like, yeah. Well, I mean, the industry let them get away with it for for a year. If you don't have to 24 pages in a month, why would you? I don't entirely blame them for that. It is funny when it happens, but you know. Uh-oh. Calm down. Finish that part. There we go. I get a feeling when this building is done, this cover is pretty much done. Moving in the background, the building lights from across the street on the right side of the camera frame. Yeah. Light sources. I hope you don't think we're considering those in this. I don't have a close-up on a dude. Why would I care where the light source is? Yeah, this one works. Okay. I think maybe like one more or two more rows. I'll have to white out these guys here. That's okay though. I was losing track of where that border was. No. What? Oh. Oh dear. Oh well. Still managed to get it right here. Okay, that's nice. Try to do as a blood moon. That's an idea. I like that. Yeah, so I'll white out these lines here. I think I'm gonna call it here. We've been going for a while, and I've been doing lots of tiny little lines with Pigma that have proven to be kind of a pain in the ass, as they will eventually end up being often. I do want to get like a little just runner down the side here. No, fuck you. Because this needs more than just a line. There we go. And we'll match it with something on that side. Figure that out. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I think it might turn out okay. I'll end up like the top here is going to be largely silhouette. I should do it on this side as well, really. I just cut it off up here or something and hatch down to match it. I think that would probably work out okay. But yeah, cut off up here and then blend it until it's light around here. I think that'd be an okay way to go. I don't know. There's a lot of shit going on in this cover. It doesn't all work, but I don't. I think it's turning out okay. Honestly, I think the Plat Moon was was not the right decision in this case because it just kind of obscures all the stuff that's around it or blends in with him. But still, I did have fun doing that Plat Moon. Yeah, the Canadian soft hands. I know. My hockey team, the Canucks. Oh, they've been out for a while, man. I don't give a shit about Team Canada too much. Congratulations to the States for winning Olympic gold. I kind of figured that was how that was going to go anyway, just because our goaltending was kind of shit. Maybe not shit. Like Logan Thompson, I think would have been fine. Binnington, though, was not a great choice. But I mean, he's the experienced guy, so he was going to get the nod. It's been kind of noted that Canadian goaltending has been going downhill for years for some reason. There just haven't been a whole lot of particularly good Canadian goalies come up in the last few years. The moon won't blend. Oh, okay, good shit. Well, I mean, I'm thinking if this is a color hold, that'll pop this out okay. So, I mean, that's up to you. You know what you're doing more than I do, but that's just a thought. Anywho. Well, they're putting pro hockey players in there again for the first time in 12 years, which is why I was kind of watching some of it. The problem is that the gold medal game took place at like 5 a.m. over here. So, no, thank you. It's not that important to me. It's not the Stanley Cup. I woke up at 9:30 and went, oh, right, I missed it. Who won? Americans won? Yeah, I kind of figured. At least it went to overtime. That's some good shit. You want that for your gold medal game. All right. Let me center that again-ish. So Doug's running the snow, don't care. Yeah, okay, fair enough, I suppose. All right. Next week, slightly more chance of me finishing this thing. On Wednesday. Ooh, all on Wednesday? I don't know. There's a lot of work to finish on Wednesday. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. There really isn't that much area left to draw. Really, I'm just filling in this thing and then the edges, but it still looks like, oh my God, I got to fill out the fucking horizon. That's going to take forever. Anyway, I will take off. You guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. Thanks for sticking around and everything. It's been a lot of fun. It was a good stream. Everybody's been very chatty. I dig it. You be quiet. Oh, it's winger time. Yeah, no, that can end. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. As soon as I find the X out button. There we go. Peace out, guys.